the most important question. Now, before you start drawing, okay, you have to ask yourself this important question, which is, which plane should I use to start my drawing? Always, 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 you have to start from a view. Either it's front or top or right, okay? Because if you start correctly, the drawing would be easy. If you choose the wrong view, okay, it will take you can reach to the goal, but you'll take, okay, you'll waste the time, okay? So you have to choose the best view to start your drawing, okay? So which one should I use to start my drawing? Okay, should I use the front? Should I use the top? Should I use the right? Okay, which plane should I use? In order to answer this question, we have three things. Okay, three points here. Point number one, choose the plane that contains diagonal or curved line. Choose the plane that contains diagonal or curved line. Okay, what do we mean by that? What do we mean by that? Okay, suppose that we have a front, okay, and we have a right. Now, I have to choose one of them to start drawing. Should I use the front to start my drawing from the front or from the right? In this case, you have to choose the right. Why? Because we don't have any diagonal lines here. All the lines are straight. While in the right, we have a diagonal or curved line, so we have to choose the right. Now suppose that in the front we have a diagonal line, but in the middle like this. We have a small diagonal line like this. Should I use this? No. The diagonal line has to be affected all the part, not the small area of the part, all the part. So if it's small or that like this, and you have a view has diagonal that affected all the part, you have to choose the view that contained the diagonal line or the curve. Suppose it's not line, it's curved like this, for example. It's like a curve, okay, not small curve, no, but affect all the draw. So in this case you have to choose the right. So choose the view that has a diagonal or curved line, not straight line. Okay, suppose it's straight in the front and the right, so it doesn't matter here. But if you have that like this, you have to choose the view that has the right, the diagonal line. Suppose that here we have a question. So from where should I start my drawing? Should I start from the top, or should I start it from the front? Obviously we have a diagonal line here, okay, so we have to draw it from the front. It's easy to me to start my drawing so rule number one, choose the plane that contains diagonal or curved line. Okay, now rule number two, choose the plane that contains less number of contours. Okay, choose the plane that contains less number of contours. Okay, suppose that we have in this question number 6, how many contours do we have here? We have 1 and 2 in the front, while in the top we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't consider the dash lines, okay? So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contours. and we have only two contours. So what should I choose? Obviously we choose the front, okay, because it has the least number of contours, and also it has a diagonal lines. Okay, now in number 5, obviously I would choose the front. We have two contours here, while we have 1, 2, 3, 4 contours. Okay, the contour means the closed area. So we have a closed area, the L1, and then we have L2. So this is a closed area. We call it contour, as we know. Okay. Rule number 3: choose the plane that contains circles. So if we have a view that has a circle or curve, and we don't have a circle in the other side, I would choose the plane that contains circles, or mid-circle, or like that. Okay, so I will choose the front in this case. So I'm going to start my drawing from the front in this example. Okay. Now, which one is the most important of these three? Okay, suppose that we have a diagonal curved, we have less number of contours, circles. So which one of these are the most important? The most important would be rule number 1 and rule number 2. Okay, choose the view that has a diagonal or curved line, and it has the least number of contours. Okay. Okay, we have a warning here. Never ever draw a sketch on an inclined surface. Never do that. What do I mean by that? Some students, in order to make this cut, okay, in this case, which one should I use to start my drawing? Is it the front or the right? Obviously I would choose the front. We have a diagonal line. Okay, but some students, in order to draw to make this cut, they draw a T on an inclined surface. Never ever draw an any sketch on inclined surface. You have to draw it. So what should I do? What should I do to, in this case? You have either to make a plane, okay, and draw a T, okay, and you have to draw the T shape in this plane, then make an extrude, but don't draw on inclined surface. Okay, so you have to make a plane, or you choose this surface and you draw a T, okay, on this surface, then make an extrude cut. Okay, so you have the both solutions. You can make a plane, or you can just click on this surface and draw a T and make an extrude cut for this plane, or for this drawing. Okay, so you have to choose either an upright surface like here, or you make a new plane and you draw this T, then you make an extrude cut, okay, from this plane. But don't draw on a curved surface or inclined surface. Never ever do that. Okay, I want you to draw these examples with the same order. So start from problem number 9, 10, then go 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 17, and 18 for this classwork. And you have as a homework these questions: 20, 36, 39, 41, and 42. But first, draw that all these questions, very simple, very easy. Each of these questions has to take 1 minute from you. Okay, but you have to practice as much as you can in order to be ready for the next classwork, which is classwork number 9. It's still talk about the same idea, but in complex way. But you have, in order to understand that, you have to practice these problems. Okay, and also make this as a homework and send it to me to my email. Okay, thank you very much.